Okay, good afternoon, students. For the finals topic of our Biochem lab, so we'll go now to the enzymes and their activity. So, in the enzymatic laboratory activity class, so we have to get the sample of enzymes uh, using the saliva. Okay, rinse your mouth several times and wash with 20 ml warm water for 1 minute. So, yung washings doon na may dala ng saliva, you have to collect in a beaker and then you add 10 ml saliva plus 6 drops of starch plus 3 drops of iodine solution and stir. So, a light blue color. Then you add a 1 ml solutions and 2 ml fillings are. So, place in a water bath for 3 minutes. So, usually, among lalabas dun mga result natin is almost uh, formation of the blue color. Okay? And if it is really positive for the enzymes, pwede siya mag-change ang color from blue or even in the red. Okay? So, fillings perform class, usually, the product of starch, digestion, each of the 3 test tube, reduction obtained will be parallel to the coloration given by the iodine. So, example, amylase is enzyme hydrolyzed starch carbohydrates upon digestion. So, yung first test tube mo, usually yellow. So, may ganun complete hydrolysis. Kung partial hydrolysis, pwede siyang reddish or violet. So, kung no reduction in the third, so no hydrolysis. Meaning, kung blue remains blue, there is no hydrolysis happen. Kung nag-change siya, red or violet, partial. So, kung complete, that is almost yellow. So, that is the fillings test, confirmatory test for the enzymes that is present in the saliva. Okay? All enzymes have the same optimum temperature. Okay, temperature. So, all enzymes have same curve of temperature. Usually, the optimum temperature for enzymes is 40 degrees Celsius. So, after that peak 40 degrees, enzymes denatures at high temperatures. So, the rate will falls rapidly. So, meaning, yung optimum ng pinakataas na makaya na temperature ng enzyme is 40. Why? Because all enzymes are proteins and heat labile or heat sensitive biomolecules. Okay? For the temperature, the optimum temperature. So, what happens to the enzyme at low temperature? Usually, kung low temperature class, they are inactive. Okay? At higher temperature, they are considered to be active. But when they reach the optimum 40 degrees Celsius, above the optimum temperature, the activity I mean of the enzymes are the enzymes will denatured again. Okay? Or denature na siya, increase na yung activity ng enzymes. Okay? Now, based on the graph, we have here the rate of enzymes and we have the temperature. As the temperature rises to 40 degrees, that is the peak. So, there is activity between 30 to 40 that is considered to be the activated enzyme. So, after it reaches the 40 degrees, so beyond 40, the activity enzyme is considered to be inactive already or denatured na siya. Okay? So, effects on the pH class. Enzymes are affected by the changes in pH. So, the most favorable pH value at this point is most active optimum of the pH. Okay? So, usually, extremely high or low pH class generally results in complete loss of activity. So, it's almost the same. Example, yung pinaka-pH niya is 7 or 8. So, after that value, the enzymes will denature. The optimum pH value vary greatly to one enzyme to another. So, it depends upon the characteristic of the enzyme. So, hindi naman pares-parehas ang pH ng lahat ng enzyme. Hindi kagaya sa temperature, almost mayroon silang natawag na peak. Pero dito, yung optimum pH niya, nakabase yan. So, it based on the characteristic of the specific biomolecules known as enzymes. So, at 0 degrees, irreversible. Reversible siya. Increased temperature, active for every 10 degrees Celsius. Increased temperature, there is a double-fold increase in enzymatic activity. So, kung nag-10, 20, so double na yung activity, mabilis yung enzyme. We have 37 to 45. So, optimum temperature is maximally active. Okay? So, kung 70, inactive na siya. So, yan sa temperature class. Okay? Pero sa may pH, it varies. So, depende yan sa characteristic ng enzyme. Sa temperature, ito yun. Okay? Next, starch and amylome is a carbohydrate consisting of large number of glucose units joined by glycosidic bond. Okay? Sources of energy in carbon for growth. Iodine solution is used to detect the presence of starch, usually bluish black, di ba? During your high school, may experiment dun sa mga leaves. Okay, leaves na you have to detect kung mayroon sa carbohydrate, so nagbe-blue siya. Okay? Catalase is the most well-known enzyme common in both liver and potato. Okay? Potato is Solanusum tuberosum. There are others enzymes can be found in potato. So oxidase and peroxidase also found in potato. Okay? So this one includes tyrosinase, catechol oxidase, and cytochrome oxidase enzymes. Okay? So peroxidase have same function with oxidase. Okay? So oxidation factor. So they need also a cofactor. Okay? They need vitamins as cofactor. So the cofactor of phenol oxidase is found abundant in potatoes. Hence, it will have a positive reactions once substrates will be added, indicating the presence of peroxidase enzymes in the Solanusum tuberosum. Okay? So, experiment for carbohydrates, we have monosaccharides. So, take note, macroscopic appearance or the physical appearance. So, yung galactose, fructose are odorless based on odor. White powder, okay, white powder. Yung galactose, fructose, and glucose. Sa taste, sweeter yung glucose, sweetest yung fructose. Diba? Ito yung invert sugar. Sa texture, almost the same, fine lang. Okay? Next, sa solubility. So, monosaccharides. So, we have is solvent use, 10% sodium chloride, 0.25% hydrochloric acid. We have the ethyl alcohol and water. So, the three are soluble, except they are insoluble in alcohol, okay, and very soluble in water. Okay, take note of their solubility tests. So Morse test influenced by concentrated alkali. So 1 ml glucose is added with the 1 ml concentrated sodium hydroxide. So usually fructose, galactose, and glucose, so yellow to dark yellow. Okay, so the odor is unpleasant. Usually yellow orange to dark red. Okay, yellow orange to dark red na usually ang pinaka positive result. Pero sa actual class, if you got yellow, ang orange red sa sir, so correct pa rin yun. Okay, it's not really na yun ang standard ang ano mo, kasi depende man yan sa solution na ginagamit, depende sa reagents na ginagamit. Okay, but usually kung positive siya, usually you come up a dark red or orange red. Next, Molish test or alpha-naphtol reactions. So carbohydrates, so fructose, reddish brown, dark violet, light green junction. Okay, so you add sulfuric acid. So kailangan mag-add ka ng sulfuric acid, kailangan na i-incline mo yung test tube. For galactose class, reddish brown, dark violet, light green junctions in solution. So glucose, reddish brown, dark, light green junction in solution man siya. So ito yung Molish test for the carbohydrates. So for the monosaccharides. Phenylhydrazine class. So place 1 ml of 0.5% glucose in the test tube and 0.5 gram of phenylhydrazine mixture. So makikita nyo dyan class kung anong itsura ng crystalline formation, di ba? Mayroon tayong tawag na hedgehog. Okay. Mayroon tayong tawag na mga fructosazone, glucosazone, sunflower, okay? Needle-like structure, okay? So Barfoot's reagent consists of 0.33 molar solution of neutral copper sulfate in 1% acetic solution. So ito naman yung mga picric acid test mo. Sa Barfoot's, usually ang mga monosaccharides are blue. 5% sucrose plus 0.5% saturated picric acid plus yung sodium bicarbonate. Usually sa picric acid, yung mga monosaccharides is yellow precipitate man siya or yellow solution. So, Thromer Seduction test class, we have 0.5% glucose with 0.5% sodium hydroxide. You have to mix thoroughly and you add copper sulfate, drop by drop until slightly permanent precipitate is formed. So, usually, ang color man ng Thromers is almost blue. Okay? Blue siya, but kung positive siya class, is almost orange man siya or red-orange. Repeat the same procedure by using the fructose and galactose. Okay. So, fluoroglycinol test, you have brilliant red precipitate. Sa music acid, so it will form a irregular, prismatic structure of of the crystals found in the microscope. Okay. Sa Saliwanov's class, we have resorcinol HCl reaction, red color, deep red color na siya. Detection of ketohexose, mambaka ketohexose, that is only fructose. So, pink color for the positive result of Saliwanov's test for fructose. Okay.